Hey guys, so today in this video we're going to be doing a quick little overview of all of the Real Techniques brushes. I picked up a couple of the new ones from their Bold Metals collection. So I picked up the 100, which is the giant face brush. I picked up the little 200 brush, which is like an eyeshadow brush. And then I picked up the 300, which is technically I think a blush brush. And then I also picked up the 301, which is going to be the contour brush. So I've used all of these several times. I've already used all of these and I've just kind of used them for like 3 or 4 applications to see if I like them, to see if they were worth the money. And I do have to say that most of them are fantastic. My favorite one by far is going to be the 301. This one is amazing. It's extremely dense, so you can really buff product into the skin. I use it a lot for foundation and also for cream contour. I feel like that it does a really good job of buffing cream contour out. The next one I use the most is going to be the 300. This is the little blush brush. This thing is perfect. I feel like it's awesome for doing like a powder contour if you don't want something super like sharp. It's also really good for kind of setting your under eye area. I like to set my under eye area with a very like light translucent powder or a mineral powder, and it does a really good job at that, as well as blush, but you know, that's what it was designed for, so it should do blush with no problem. The next one that I want to talk about is the 200. The 200 is a really good eyeshadow brush. I feel like it's a tiny bit big, but if you're doing like an all over color or like a cream eyeshadow, it should fit quite nicely. I've been also using this for under eye concealer, as well as like kind of cleaning up the edges of my brows, but it's a good brush. It's nice and dense and it holds product really well. I'm just not the biggest fan of synthetic eyeshadow brushes. I find that it's harder for me to blend with them. I prefer something with a natural fiber to it, but for creams or concealing, it's a really fantastic brush for both of those. Then the last one that I picked up the 100. It's this gigantic powder brush. It is very soft and very flexible, but it's my least favorite brush that I picked up. I find that it's kind of difficult to pick up enough product with it. I don't know if it's just the way that the bristles are made or the way that they're cut or what it is about the brush, but it doesn't pick up product from from a pressed powder. I have used it with a loose translucent powder and it does, you know, it picks that up and deposits it quite nicely. But I've tried to set it with like Studio Fix powder or mineral powder. It's just very difficult to pick up enough product for the application that I enjoy. But I would say that if you were going to set your face with a translucent or a loose pressed powder, or loose mineral powder or something, this would be a really good brush for you. But I enjoy packing on a lot of coverage with my powder, so this one is not my favorite. And then there's 2 more brushes in the collection. It's going to be a weird little flat angled triangle foundation brush, which I just decided to nix that one just because I don't really like paddle brushes, and even though it had that cool angle to it, I don't see myself ever using it. And then just a little angled brush, but I have so many angled brushes. It is a smaller size angle than I have a bunch of, but I just felt like these would be the 4 that I would use most often. So with all of that said, I have done a couple tutorials that I'm going to post in the next couple weeks using all of these brushes, so you can kind of see how they are all used. I just wanted to do a quick little overview and kind of tell you how I kind of feel about all of these brushes right off the bat. You never know, I might learn to love this big one, but you will all see as time goes on. So I hope that this was helpful to some of you. I know that there are a lot of people that are very stoked about these brushes, as I was. Obviously I went out and bought them. The price point is a little expensive, but I feel the quality of the brushes is as the price is kind of determined. So I feel good about the money that they're worth. I hope that you all have enjoyed this video. I will see all of you again next week. Have a good rest of your week. Alright, bye. In this video, we're going to be focusing on spring, summer 15. Oh my gosh, spring, summer 15 trend.